Just 20 minutes west of nearby Batesville, Arkansas, Newark isn't home to much. It's a small town of less than 1,200 people and doesn't often find itself in the news. But around a decade ago, a young kid by the name of Austin Reaves began making noise across the state. And little did people know that one day, he'd put his hometown on the map.
It's been a great story, honestly. I only played 1 year AAU, so I wasn't really, into basketball like that. I played baseball more so growing up. But both of my parents played at Arkansas State. My brother plays in Germany now. And I remember being probably 8th grade and him dragging me to the gym because I think he's seen something in me that I didn't even see. I was wanting to go hang out with my friends and run around and do stupid shit, to be honest. But he was making me go to the gym, get up 500 shots a day, play one-on-one all day. And I think it just, he instilled something in me that I knew I was going to have to do. And it was work harder than everybody else. And my journey's been nothing less than, intriguing, honestly, just because, not many people make it from where I'm from.
It wouldn't take long for the hard work to reveal itself on the court, as from the time he suited up for Cedar Ridge High School as a freshman, Austin would immediately begin putting together one of the most decorated careers in state history. In his 4 years on varsity, the younger Reaves brother would help his team win 3 state championships, including a senior campaign that saw Austin drop 32 points per game on his way to all-state honors. Between dropping 73 points in a single game and averaging over 43 points per game in the state tournament, the legend of Austin Reaves had quickly spread across the state of Arkansas.
But still on the loose ball coming up with, Reaves.
See if Reaves has some ups.
And
he does.
Oh,
he does.
Despite being one of the top players in the state, coming from a small 3A school and not having the benefit of playing years of AAU meant that there weren't as many eyes on Austin's game from a national level, something that Reaves would have to come to terms with early on.
I sacrificed a lot of, going out, partying. That wasn't really what I did when, even when I was 10th, 11th grade, I was always in the gym. So, and that's what, like I said, my brother taught me was, you're from a town of 1,200 people. The school is really little, didn't play AAU. So you gotta work way harder than everybody else is, because everybody else, from big cities, getting notoriety, even, if my skill level is just as good as theirs, it's not gonna matter. So I sacrificed a lot of, social events to go hang out with my friends and have fun, but I only had probably 3 or 4 scholarship offers. I think I averaged 32 my senior year, like 8 and 5, and it was crickets. Besides, other than I think it was like Wichita State, South Dakota State, Arkansas State finally offered, but they were going through a coaching change.
Austin would decide to attend Wichita State University, a program that was just 3 years removed from a Final Four appearance, but would see his freshman season plagued with a nagging right shoulder injury. In the offseason, Reaves would elect to have surgery on a torn labrum in hopes of fixing the issue, and by his sophomore season, Austin was ready to take on a bigger role for the Shockers.
He's a Terminator on the glass. Reaves, and a foul! Chance at a 4-point play.
There's Reaves, they left him open, another 3! Yes! 7 triples! Timeout!
Following 2 seasons as a role player at Wichita State, Austin was determined to not only make the move to a Power 5 conference, but prove that he was capable of a larger contribution at the NCAA level, an opportunity that would come from a school just 1 state below.
So we had played Oklahoma the 2 years when I was at Wichita State, and Coach Kruger's a player's coach. That was basically the opposite of what I had at Wichita State, so I was looking to go somewhere that I was able to kind of be more myself instead of, really like that plug and play, like glue guy that, figures it out. You can do multiple different things. So I was just trying to get to a situation where, I could be more myself and really just hoop, honestly.
Having to redshirt his first year in Norman due to NCAA transfer rules, it wouldn't take long for Austin to prove to the Sooner basketball staff that not only was he destined to be one of their best players, but he may be the school's next NBA talent.
When I transferred, I think we played pickup in the summer a couple times, and I was killing. One of the assistant coaches had called one of my guys to help me get recruited and was like, basically, you undersold him. Like, he's better than what you said. And he was like, "Were you complaining?" And he was like, no, we're good.
60 seconds to go. Reaves from deep.
But the fact that it keeps hanging over the throat. Reaves!
NCAA tournament on the national stage. As Reaves is able to get that.
Differential Reaves with Sims. Steps back.
I was walking out to the parking lot, and Coach Kruger was walking out behind me, and he stopped me, and he was like, I think you could be a first-round pick after, because I redshirted 1 year. And then I was like, damn, like, this man has seen a lot of basketball, coached a lot of players. So once he said it, it kind of, was reality.
Timmy guarding Reaves. Reaves get Austin attacks. And one.
On the block. Don't step back on this kid.
That's why Lon Kruger keeps going to him. And Reaves attacking again.
7 Baylor turnovers. Has 39. They gotta go. They're taking too long. Reaves for the win. Got it!
In his 2 years at Oklahoma, Reaves would start all 56 games, averaging a career-high 18 points and 4.6 assists per game as a senior, on his way to all Big 12 honors. Austin's crafty game and aggressive play style had earned him respect on the hardwood in one of the country's toughest conferences. And with a new confidence in his game, Reaves would elect to take on a new challenge, declaring for the 2021 NBA Draft. Despite being projected as a late second-round pick, Austin and his camp received word prior to draft night that the Los Angeles Lakers were interested in signing him to a two-way deal should he go undrafted. Information that led to Reaves holding out from getting drafted in hopes of finding himself in a better situation on the West Coast.
There was a really high interest going into the draft that if I didn't get drafted, that LA was wanting me on a two-way. And so kind of going into the draft, my agents did a really good job of like laying everything out. I didn't have to press, and I didn't have to, if someone called it, like I think it was Detroit called it 42 and was like, we'll take him on a two-way. I didn't have to like jump on that opportunity because I knew like a better situation was kind of already on the table. So I think that happened a couple times in the draft, like in the 40s and the 50s. And, as sad as it was to not hear my name called, like I feel like we did the right thing. Honestly, one of the biggest factors into all of it was actually LeBron. It was someone that I knew and my agents knew that we would connect on a IQ level of basketball.
Originally signed to a two-way deal with the Lakers, a strong summer league performance would be enough to convince Los Angeles to sign Austin to a standard NBA contract prior to the start of the regular season. This meant that Reaves had now earned the trust of the team's front office, but earning the trust of his new Hall of Fame-bound teammates would be the bigger challenge.
So we did, like Bron has a mini camp every year, the weekend before training camp starts. And we went to Vegas, and I remember first one at the gym, but everybody starts piling in. You see Russ, you see AD, Bron, Dwight, who else we had? Melo, Rondo. And then you had, on top of that, you had guys that have been in the league 10 plus years. So everybody was basically solidified. And they didn't have to do anything else for their career. I remember we were doing just a basic 5-on-0 drill, and Brian dribbled baseline and threw me a dart to the corner. And it was literally all slow motion. Like, the first thing that popped in my head was like, please catch it. Like, just catch the ball. And the second was, so it was in the corner, left corner, I remember. And next was like, just don't hit the backboard. I don't care if you hit rim, don't hit the side of the backboard. Don't care if you miss it. Just don't hit the backboard. So I shot it, and I'm like, yeah, it felt horrible, but it went all net. And it was a big sigh of relief. I was like, whew, we're gonna get through this. All right. Thank God Brian had the mini camp, because none of the coaches were really there, and that was basically my time to get all the butterflies away. Like I said earlier, the pass he made me, that whole day was a little iffy. The next day was a lot better, and then when we got into training camp, it came down to hooping, so that's something I've been doing for a long time.
Leading into his rookie season, there weren't many expectations for Reaves to be a large part of the rotation. But as the season got off to a slow start for the Lakers, Austin was more than ready for his opportunity.
I got a DNP the first game. I think we played Golden State, actually. They smacked us by like 30. And I think it was my first career ever DNP. So I was tweaking afterwards. I didn't know how to act. I looked at my agents and was like, y'all witness history tonight. Like, this was my first one. And I didn't know, how that was going to go from there on out. But game 2, I think we were playing Phoenix, and I think we were getting beat by like 25 at the end of the third. And coach was like, Austin, go, like, start the fourth, whatever. And I think we went on like a 15-0 run, kind of made it a game late. Not really, it was a little too late. But after that, I was in rotation basically the whole year. I had a couple DNPs late, but it was exciting. Like I said, I always figured out a way to fill the gaps that we needed to be filled. Obviously, we didn't win like we wanted to last year, but for me, it was a really good season.
From that injury, Reaves in traffic and somehow
Slider for the Lakers.
Austin Reaves. Now you see him, now you don't.
to the Westbrook. Final seconds, out to Reaves. Three-pointer, bang! Reaves gives him a 3-point lead with 9/10 of a second remaining.
It's Patasa gets right past. Oh, what a block by Reaves!
Ellington.
Austin Reaves all the way, throw it up and in!
Austin Reaves putting him on skates.
Following a rookie campaign that had seen him play in 61 games, starting 19, Austin had carved himself a role in the rotation courtesy of his IQ and timely scoring touch. This proved that he had what it takes to play solid minutes at the NBA level. However, heading into year 2, Reaves was ready to prove that he was capable of an even larger role with the Lakers.
You know, I spent a lot of time in the gym. I was here basically the whole summer. Went home for probably 3 weeks or so and then was back. But was in the weight room a lot. And then, like you said, you know, just working on a lot of catch and shoot stuff. And then, you know, everything else, you know, just trying to get better all in all. But I'm super excited for the season to start.
Here he goes to the rim. The fake, the turn, the shot, the score. What an acrobatic move by Austin Reaves. Reaves inside. Oh, he put pain on his knees like it was pregame chapel. What a move.
Starters out there for the Bucks. Reaves, 3.
This happens. We end up dressing like one another once in a while.
Oh, he just did it too small.
Oh, he did it. Yep.
Austin's 2023 season has been one of growth for the former undrafted rookie turned starting guard. Under the lights in LA, Reaves has become a reliable offensive piece, so much so that over the last 20 games of the regular season, he averaged over 16 points per game, including a career-high 35-point outburst in a win over Orlando.
Now you see why he's a crowd favorite.
This success would carry over into the postseason, where in his NBA playoff debut, Reaves would step up big under the national spotlight, helping the Lakers upset the higher-seeded Grizzlies in Game 1 on the road.
Hachimura kicks it out to an open Reaves for three. Puts it in as the shot clock expires. Reaves fakes. Reaves behind the back. Hachimura, three-pointer. Puts it in. Lead. Grizzlies trying to win without Morant. Reaves a three. Reaves 21 points, 3 assists. Gets inside, off balance jumper. Got it or go. I'm him. Austin Reaves in his first playoff games got 23.
The story of Austin Reaves is one of perseverance and dedication. Taking the road less traveled, he's established himself as a key player for one of the most historic franchises in sports, something that seemed unthinkable growing up in a small town.
You know how it goes. Like, if you try to take shortcuts and, you know, mess with the game a little bit, it doesn't end up well for you. So it was more so just do the right things on and off the court, and then other than that, just believe in yourself. I definitely got a lot of shit for, you know, chasing my dream. But like you said, I just wanted to make it, and then look back when I did and basically throw the middle finger up and move on.
Austin Reaves' journey is just another example of how no matter the location or the circumstances, where there's a ball, a dream, and a dedication to the game, then even a kid from a small town in Arkansas can have the chance to shine for the world to see.
Final seconds, Reaves. It'll count him a go.